What's going on, everyone? Chris here with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel, and we are back at On Any Moto Power Sports because of this little guy right here, the Mono 698 Hypermotard 698. It is a hyper that I've been wanting to ride for a while now, ever since I rode the 950 SP. You know, before that point, I didn't really care too much about hypers. Didn't really draw me in that much. But after I rode the 950, I'm like, man, these things are just fun, flat out, period. That's what they are. And I'm really looking forward to riding this 698 to really see, you know, how much more fun it actually is. This is not an entry-level bike. Oh, no. That's not the whole point of this bike. It's lighter, it's got great performance, and it's going to be probably a hooligan. Hopefully those sirens won't be for me at any time soon, but let's hop on the bike and go for a ride. All right, let's look at this thing. 698 Hypermotard Mono, Hypermotard 698 Mono, however you want to call it, single cylinder Ducati Hypermotard. This thing's all about just lightness, nimbleness, and just outright joy. It's like a jet ski, but for the street, if you will. Like, you can't not smile when you ride a jet ski, then I feel like this is going to be the same thing. My God, it's high. That's one thing I never get used to, is how high these particular bikes are. Well, while we're kind of dealing with a little bit of traffic, let's talk about some numbers here. 659cc motor. We're putting out about 77.5 horsepower and about 46.5 pound-feet of torque. So, is it anything crazy? No. But for something that's, it says 330 pounds dry, so roughly what, 360, 380 wet. That's a decent amount of power for something this light. Not only that, I feel that torque. Fourth gear while rolling about 4,000 RPMs. It shouldn't really feel all that much, but I like it. Oh my God, this thing's if you're good at wheelies, I feel like this bike's gonna be amazing for you. I am not one of those people. I also feel like I'm sitting up so freaking high. It's crazy. The seat feels crazy high. I think it's like 33.5 or 34 inches tall, which isn't that high considering I believe the Panigale is around 33 itself. It's just, it feels higher. And the seat is also rock hard. I'm pretty sure I said that about the SP. I'm pretty sure you can get a better seat, so be that what it may, you can make your own choices. It's so freaking narrow. Holy crap. I just tucked my knees in expecting them to stop, and I'm like, I'm not saying I'm moped knee touching, but like, dude, you're close. See how playful this thing is. Ah, crap, wrong way. Oh my God. Not gonna go crazy, obviously it's a good amount of traffic. Holy crap. The way that just changed directions, holy crap. It's so playful. It's very nimble, as the name and as the pamphlet suggests. It's like, it takes nothing to change directions on this bike. Takes nothing to change directions. Oh God, we're gonna go very slow. I keep shifting the wrong way. People, going from GP to standard is harder than going from standard to GP. It just is. I'd say the torquey nature of this mono is, it's intoxicating. If you want to be an absolute hooligan, this bike just feels like it wants to do a wheelie. Like, you feel the suspension squat back and the front end get a little light. Like, more so than in other bikes. It just feels like it wants to lift the front end up. And of course we have the wheelie control turned off, because why wouldn't you? And then when you like, when you get hard on the brakes, you feel the front end dive down, you want to do a stoppie. This thing is just encourages you to be a hooligan, and I freaking love it for that. Look at the moon, it's gorgeous. Holy crap. Anyways, we're gonna sit here for a second while the cars go. Very initial impressions. Seat's hard, go figure. The brakes are very good, they feel great. The clutch is nice and grabby right away. And the whole onus of lightness mixed with the right amount of power this thing has. It feels very, very, very punchy and quick. Definitely doesn't have a lot of hot top end, obviously. Oh yeah. I remind myself which way to shift. Oh, the torque! The torque's lovely. Oh, the chassis is lovely. I can see why people like these things. Like I said on the 950, I can see why people enjoy the hell out of these bikes. They're so low stakes. Like my bike is $50,000 freaking dollars. Are you really gonna go crazy on a $50,000 bike? Probably not. But you know what you are gonna do on a bike that's, what is this thing, $12,999 or $14,999, depending on, you know, how you have it fitted? Are you gonna have an absolute blast on this either way? You're goddamn right you are. This thing is so fun. It was fun. Okay, we'll give them some space. Give me some space. Now that I've kind of gotten a little used to the clutch and everything, I feel a little more comfortable on it. Stay on the side of the road, thank you. It's like, I don't ask a lot. If you speed, fine, just stay on your side of the road. You know, I'm not overly searching for more revs. I think this has more than enough. I will say, going up the hill, I had to shift between second and third a few times, but man, I know KTM is the natural rival to this, and I believe it's got a few more ponies. You'll have to not quote me on that. But you ride these bikes because they're just a freaking blast, and then you ride them because of the character they have. I know people are like, wait, character. Like, the motor itself is punchy. It almost feels like through all rev ranges, like we're third gear going, we'll go down to 2,000 RPMs. More than enough. That is not the power band. It felt great. It feels great right about 5 grand. Seems more realistic, but you get these bikes because they're just fun. Like I said, they're low stakes. They're not super expensive. You also get these bikes because if you're new to something like Ducati, maybe you like working on your own bike, this is one of those bikes you would get to work on yourself because it is open. It's not as heavy with electronics. Yes, there's wheelie control. Yes, there's traction control. Obviously, there's ABS. But other than that, it's not slide control and other stuff like that. It's more mellow. You're not overridden with a whole bunch of gadgets and electronics. You just got a fun one-cylinder thumper that makes you want to do stoppies and wheelies. All right, so let's finish up here. What do we think of the Ducati 698 Hypermotard Mono? It's a lot of fun. It is plenty torquey. It feels like there's more torque than what there actually is because this chassis is so light. It is super playful. You want to just wheelie and stoppy and be an a-hole on the road all the time because it's just that much fun of a bike. This thing, I think, looks great. And like I said, it doesn't feel all that heavy because I don't believe that it is. It's under 400 pounds. Just look at it. I think the dash, you know, it's simplistic. I think what makes this bike really interesting is its simplicity. It's not overdone with really anything. Obviously, you can see the motor, you can get into it. If you need to do an oil change, it's easy to do. Obviously, bring it to a reputable dealer if you need to. But if you're one of those people that like to do stuff yourself, this is definitely one of these bikes to start out on. Now, Ducati does not say that this is an entry-level bike because if this is your first bike, honestly, I think it takes a little bit to get used to. The torque and everything else on it is, it's a good bit. So I wouldn't recommend this as a first bike, but man, it is a blast. It is fun. If you have one of these smaller, like go-kart type tracks, this thing would be phenomenal. And even the bigger one, like out at Indy, this thing would be a blast in the tight technical areas. I think you'd blow past anyone. I think these brakes here are quite good. I know there's not a lot to them, but they got tons of strength, good feel, and as a package, you know, they just work really well with everything. You might be thinking, are there competitors to this Ducati 698 Mono? Absolutely. KTM 690 is 174 horsepower. This is, 77. The Husqvarna 701, which is very, very, very similar. I'd hope to test one out to really see how much different they are. Gas 700. Again, very, very, very close to this. And 300 and 400 from Kawasaki or Suzuki, which honestly I don't believe are anywhere close to that. If I could ride any of those bikes, I would love to compare them both. I don't really see this as necessarily a review. I didn't have near enough time to say it's a review, but a first ride, absolutely. A first impression, certainly. And it's a great impression. So if you would, please like, comment, subscribe, leave what you think about this 698 Mono down below. Is this the type of range you all are looking at? Because this bike right here, if you're in Tucson, is a demo on any moto, so come and check it out. But these are such fun machines. Like I said, they're kind of like riding a freaking Sea-Doo or a jet ski, if you will, because they just leave a smile on your face when you get off them. They're just a blast. So we'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Have a great day.